If you can explain the observer and how the observer works
Mm.
and how the observer work in each level.
Mm. Well, in every level of awareness, the observer or the experiencer work the same. Same like what? Because these experiencer or observer always observe from participant, right? Point of view, okay? Never joined anything, never joined in the illusion, even within the illusion, okay? For example, in this physical body, we have the illusion of human body that cause us separation. Just like I'm sitting here in time space of Thailand and you sitting there in time space of America. Okay, so physically it looked like we sit apart and we are different person. But if you look from the observer point of view, you will see that this separation is illusion. Why? Because right now you can feel that you connect with me in the same room. You are feeling connect with my feeling through the same love. On that, it means in our emotional level, we connect. Okay? And then intellectually, because you can understand what I say perfectly well, it means we also connect on the causal plane, on the causal level. And mentally, you can understand the concept that I relate to you about the observer. And in soul level, we connect to the same oneness, to the same concept of master. Okay? So, in that love and space of unity, we are one and the same. And ultimately, we recognize that we come from the same place. We share the same Father, which is God. Okay? So, right now, from every level at the same time, in this human experience, we connect one another to the same observer, the same dreamer, the same experiencer. So, this is the ultimate and the secret of the path of the master, because master always point out to us that the meditation that we are doing on light and sound meditation is the art that we can shift our attention to the self, to the ultimate self. And the only way that we can recognize that ultimate self is to practice to observe. Become observer of your own reality first, asking who who am I, right? Who experienced this body called Ne? Who experienced this body called Rohit? Who is here? Are there many of us? Is there only one of us doing this? Okay? Use this as the guideline to find yourself, your ultimate self, always by asking the right question. Who experiencing this? Okay? And the answer will come, that the ultimate answer of all, that there is only one experience or the experiences, including we sit here in the same room, around 40, 50 of us, but there's only one experiencer. But how is this possible? We cannot bring our mind to understand this. That's why Master teach us the art to rise above our mind, using the pooling of love. And from this pooling of love will eventually pull us out of all the differences. Then we come into oneness. We reunite with love and we come to understand that there's no difference between you and me. We are one and the same. Okay? This is the ultimate goal of this practice of Surachapad Yoga.
Just I would like to know about the parallel creation or another reality. I've heard about it that it's going parallelly. Is there something like in this creation there are humans and in other creation there are some other kinds of creatures and other kinds of laws governing that creation? Please tell about that and give one example, please. Real example.
Okay. Well, all the creation can only become real when you have direct experience. So that's not much use to me to explain the concept of beach to you. If you never been there to the beach, how do you know what beach look like, right? How do you know if I say to you, okay, let's go and have holiday on the beach? If you never been there, how can I fully explain to you what it feel like to have holiday on the beach, right? So it's the same. What is the use if I explain anything to you that I have direct experience when it's not part of your direct experience yet? Okay? But it is possible, we have all the tools to experience the variety of universes. We can travel through different multiverse. Okay? Very easy. But we can travel not on our own. Why? Because if you go there on your own, you can get lost. Let's say you know how to go, but do you know how to come back? You can get lost in that multiverse. The safest way is to travel everywhere with your master. If you build a very strong connection with your inner master, you can ask your inner master to show you. Master, I want to have experience of the multiverse. Please bring me anywhere. I want to see anything. Okay? Then master might just pull you along. If they have, let's say, a spiritual discord in different universe, right? Master just pull you there and you just sit there, listen to master discord. Then master would just give discord, let's say, if that multiverse, the population are teddy bear. You would just look at all these teddy bear, listen to discord, and do meditation. And that's very funny, okay? And when the time is up, then master say to you, okay, let's go, let's come back. Don't get lost in the universe of teddy bear because you're not one of them. You're not supposed to be there. You're only there because of me. Then I pull you back, come back to your own reality. So this is one of the example that I can give to you.
The other question I have is about the different planes of awareness. And so, the physical plane, then the astral plane, then the mental or causal plane. But then the two following that, after the causal plane, I feel like there's just a blank. I don't connect with those at all, or am I supposed to until, the fifth plane? I guess that's, part of the Simran. And beyond. So I'm just wondering why I have no feelings or connections to that, and is it important, or can I just skip over them? Or that's my question.
Okay. Well, let me put into a very simple human word. in the plane, let's say from Pabram, right? In Pabram, you feel like it's just a void, it's just nothing there until you reach Sachkhand or true home, right? This is very right, It's like you've been put there with no reflection, with no mirror to know what you are or who you are. And in that space, as the soul, you feel you just you. But you and the master will be there. The only way that you can recognize yourself on, let's say, the third and the fourth level is when you recognize master. And the more you recognize master for who he is, you will get pulled up and up, or closer and closer to your true home. Because in that space, we call that Sunna, right? Or Mahasunna, meaning great darkness, right? There's nothing there for you to measure. For example, in this physical realm, we still recognize ourselves as physical. And when we go inside, we see our radiant form. We still recognize this is my astral form, because there's still a reflection of yourself. Reflection from what? From your soul. But when your soul take the frequency, the vibration of the astral realm of awareness, then you will become an astral being because of the density of that realm of awareness. And when you see yourself on the causal plane, you recognize yourself as a concept, because that's the nature of the the causal plane. That is project yourself that way. It's that kind of being, that kind of existence in that kind of vibration. And when you raise above this plane of the mental plane, right? You raise above that. That is the region of the soul. First region is the region of individual soul. On the individual soul, how you can recognize yourself as the soul? The only way you can recognize is to compare yourself to your master. So there will be your soul and master soul, the one and the many. So at that time, by having connection with the master, you recognize that, oh, I am the soul master, but I'm still separate from you. For some reason, I'm still separate. I'm still feel somewhat not perfect, but you are perfect. The only separation that I feel that I'm in the imperfection as the soul, and you are perfect as the soul. And when you raise above that, when you truly recognize who master is and totally let go of your own will and embrace fully God's will, that's when you become perfect. You become perfect just like the master. At that time, there is only one. That's when you land into true home, where we belong in the perfection. Okay? So this is how I can explain in very simple terms, and hopefully you can use your mind to understand, because I speak using my mind to speak to all of you the concept that cannot truly describe but experience. Okay?
I have a question about, I think we talked about this briefly, or maybe texted or something. When we do the spiritual healing and we work with all the three bodies and the lower chakras, my understanding is that we have the awareness in the Wisdom Eye Center while we are working on the lower chakras, and we are the observer. And my question is, like, when we are the observer, when we pull back in the observer, are we automatically in the Wisdom Eye Center, Or maybe you can elaborate on this somehow.
You know, when soul, right, when the awareness, the collective awareness, or so-called the experiencer, experience anything, we just use the same dreamer, the same experiencer to experience anything. Okay, and in this why Master say to us we should look at the world and everything from the wisdom eye center, because this is the first contact of the soul and the body. Okay, inside our physical brain there's a place that make the first connection of the chief, or the power of the soul to this physical body, so we can become alive in this physical body. And that place is pineal gland. If you ever heard the concept about the silver cord, we all have silver cord, right? And the silver cord actually connect at the wisdom eye center. Okay, and when we die, we physically die from this physical body, the silver cord actually snap from that place, from the center of wisdom eye center. Okay, and because of that, because of the first connection of the soul, this is where we can directly connect with God inside. And in a lot of tradition, they said that God sit inside us. Okay, where God actually sit is He sitting in our heart, in our stomach, or anywhere else, right? No, God actually sit right behind the physical eye. At where the physical eye meet, there is a place called wisdom eye center. So that's when God consciousness come down to live in the human physical body and have multiple layers of different bodies, like you said about 3 bodies, upon this God consciousness. So it's not only when you give out the healing to anyone that you have to be aware that you operate from the wisdom eye center. We always operate from our wisdom eye center, even in dream. Where else can we operate? We always operate from the wisdom eye center, but we just don't have awareness of it. You just need to practice more, that you can withdraw your attention to that wisdom eye center. Then from there, it become habit that you look at everything, you observe everything, you even dream from a wisdom eye center. When you drive, you feel yourself at wisdom eye center. When you drink, you also feel yourself from the wisdom eye center as well. That's why the art of meditation, of withdrawal of attention is great. It's very good, because we can have direct contact with God that sits inside us here. Okay? But we need a teacher. We need a teacher to do that. We need inner teacher, inner master and outer master. Inner teacher and also outer master or outer teacher to teach us. Because living here in human life is a life that we have a lot of distraction. A lot of things in this creation decide to pull our attention away from the wisdom eye center, and we lose awareness that we actually see everything from wisdom eye center. And when we're doing that, when we put our attention outside ourselves, we lose power of control. We give our power away and scatter. Therefore, Master say to us, no, don't give your power away. Withdraw your power from outside and condense it at one point. So you can recognize that you actually God in human form. So that's what our Master tried to teach us. But this art of withdrawal of attention is so difficult. That's why we need a lot of friends that can help us on this process. We need a lot of reminders. We need a lot of people that remind us, even they are outside. But if they are outside, they remind you to no, put your awareness not outside, inside, at your wisdom eye center. See everything in this creation from your wisdom eye center. Then you will understand, and like Aniket asked me about the architect, right? We can become the architect of our own reality. Where we can do it? We can do it from our wisdom eye center. When you can truly withdraw your attention and let go of multiple layers of illusion that you brought upon yourself. When you come to realize your own reality, like our Master say, know thyself. You truly know yourself. Then at that time, you become the owner or the architect of your own reality. And you can reprogram everything. Reprogram your thought, reprogram your karmic life, reprogram everything. Very easy, but yet difficult. For those who don't understand, for those who don't want to put any effort. Because effort has to be made in the first step, where you need to withdraw your attention from multiple layers of the karmic self. When you already withdraw all the attention up to the soul level, at that level it's very easy. Master will pull you across and you recognize for the first time that I am also the Master too. But not here, not in separation. In the oneness, you will recognize that you are one and the same with the Master and God.